What's going on, everybody? Good evening. I'm a little bit late with this one, I know, but we have ourselves a Thursday injury report to look at, courtesy of Nemhauser. Of course, saw it many other places as well. And there's definitely some interesting stuff to note from today, and we're starting to get a better idea of what may and may not be out there on Sunday. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the image that he posted up on his X account. We're going to start with the Seahawks side of things, move to the Cardinals side of things. So first, let's just get through the stuff that is fairly insignificant, I guess what you would call it. Elijah Arroyo, full participant again, so everything's fine, looks like. Christian Haynes, still a full participant. May not be active this week because we don't need to activate him yet, but not really seemingly negatively affected by the injury. And Jaron Reed was a full participant with the wrist injury, so he's fine. Back in a minute. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, so that's the stuff we don't really got to think about too much out of the way. The full participants. So limited participants, we got AJ Barner, limited participant, second day in a row. So the injury that he has is of note, but doesn't seem like it's going to keep him out. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Always hard to know these things for sure, but he didn't go backwards. So we got that. Also limited was still Ernest Jones, so he did not go backwards today either. Again, I don't know if he's going to play this week. This might be an opportunity to just keep him out for another week and take it easy and get him ready for that Rams game, which is obviously more impactful. But for the moment, he is limited. And here's a good limited. Here's one where we actually see some positive progress. Cooper Kupp with the heel and hamstring limited. And of course, that is significant because he was a DNP yesterday, so he's making steps in the right direction. And his odds of being able to play this weekend have gone up significantly after his limited showing today. So, good news there. Even if he doesn't play this week, you can see that he is on the comeback trail. I'm fine either way. I don't think we have to have him. But it is worth noting that there was a new injury today that we need to spend some time talking about. So now let's flip it over to the DNPs. Bobo, no practice, so you can pretty much rule him out. I seriously doubt he'll be active. I wasn't expecting him to be anyway. Josh Jobe with a concussion, not stepping his way through protocol. He's not playing this weekend. There's no way, I don't think. It would be pretty irresponsible for him to. So Josh Jobe, just go ahead and count him out. And Derek Young, also a DNP. So, as expected, he's going to miss a little bit of time here. Again, they've said they're not going to put him on IR, so it doesn't seem like it's super severe, but there is something going on there that is significant. Now we get to kind of the big one, Torrey Horton. Torrey Horton with the groin injury, now with a shin injury, went from a full participant yesterday to a DNP today. So something happened, something got worse, the shin injury got added today. So therefore, seems very likely that Horton will not play this weekend, if I had to guess. Usually when you go backwards like that, you're not going to be playing the next game. So my current guess would be that Horton doesn't go. So that's why I hope we do have Cooper Kupp. As much as I do like Shaheed, I don't want to lean on him as the number 2 receiver right after he gets here. So We'll see where this goes. But as of right now, looks like something's up with Horton. And it was fairly significant. So we got some backwards progress there. But not a ton of change from yesterday overall. And in some regards, that's good. In others, not so much. Okay, Cardinals. Let's talk about these Arizona Cardinals here. What do they got? Well, they've got some pretty significant happenings on this report. Let's get through some of the easy stuff, though. Kelvin Beachum was never injured in the first place, so not surprising he goes up to a full participant today. That's kind of the most insignificant one here. And most players just kind of kept their status from yesterday. Like, we have a lot of limited participants that just held their limited participation over from yesterday. Remember, Arizona's on the short week, so they may take it a little easier in practice in order to have these guys for game day. So expect that. Buda Baker limited, Keitrell Clark limited, Keaton Crawford limited, Will Hernandez limited, Zay Jones limited, BJ Ojulari limited, Xavier Weaver limited. I don't think Xavier does too much for them, so not really getting into all that stuff too much. That stuff is not super important, but here's what's important. Number one, Mac Wilson did not practice again today, so he is probably out at this point. He is probably not playing. That's their starting middle linebacker. That's a fairly significant loss for a defense that's playing better lately. So Mac Wilson, probably not going to be there. Max Melton with a concussion, not surprising, because concussions usually keep you out for at least one game, but did not participate, probably not playing. We kind of knew this yesterday. So the big one is this right here. Will Johnson went from a limited participant yesterday to a DNP today. That's big. Will Johnson's playing really well for the Cardinals this year. He's kind of already elevated himself to their number one cornerback. And he is an important part of what they do defensively, because overall, I think that secondary is the seat of Arizona's power. They're not getting great stuff out of their defensive front yet. So the fact that they've gotten really good play out of guys like Will Johnson, you've got a really good nickel corner like Garrett Williams, and I'd even throw Melton in there as well. He's been playing pretty well for them overall, I think. And then with Buda Baker, the secondary is the seat of their power. So if they don't have Will Johnson, now they're down both their starting corners, and Garrett Williams is a slot corner, so it's pretty likely he can't really help there. So you're going to be promoting, Denzel Burke and I don't know who else to play the other outside corner if Will Johnson's out. And again, when a player goes backwards during the week, it usually indicates they're not going to go, in my experience. So that's a big one, and definitely worth keeping an eye on tomorrow. Maybe they just gave him the day off because of the short week, but I would definitely be paying close attention to him tomorrow. All right, that's going to be it for the injury report today. And informative for sure. Definitely some noteworthy stuff. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks, and enjoy your evening.